Hello my dear students, welcome to Chemistry NEET Lovers. Today let us discuss an important topic called tautomers, an important topic from organic chemistry. Before entering to video, if you have not subscribed this video, please subscribe and enable bell button for getting more videos. Let us come to our class. Tautomers. Tautomerism, you all heard about tautomerism. It is a structural isomerism, an important topic from organic chemistry. It is a structural isomerism. That is, it is a special type of functional group isomerism. Tautomerism is a special type of functional group isomerism. It is a special type of functional group isomerism. Let us see what is tautomerism. Tautomerism is This is the isomerism due to migration of hydrogen atom between polyvalent atom with necessary rearrangement. That is tautomerism, an isomerism observed due to the migration of hydrogen atom. There are different types of tautomerism. Let us see an example of tautomerism. It is called keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism. Look here. This is a keto form. This is a keto form. That is a keto carbonyl functional group is there. Actually, it is an aldehyde, but there is a carbonyl functional group. That is a polyvalent atom that we consider it. That is why we call it as keto form. This is a keto form. Then this CH3 group which is directly attached to this CH3 group which is directly attached to this carbonyl carbon is called alpha carbon, and this hydrogen present on this alpha carbon is called alpha hydrogen. So what is happening here? Here one of these hydrogen from this alpha carbon is migrating. That is, it is leaving from this alpha carbon. And so hydrogen is released as H plus ion, migration of H plus ion without its electron. So these electrons over here and electron shifted to here. Then this carbon got the valency as 5. So again this double bond will break and electron shifted to here. So this oxygen will get a negative charge. So migrated hydrogen moved to this oxygen atom and forming OH. So look here, this is ene as well as ol. Double bond is there, OH is there. That is why it is called enol. So this is an enol form. This is called keto-enol tautomerism. Look here, this hydrogen is migrating between how many atoms? 1, 2, 3 atoms. That is why it is called a triad system. Here hydrogen is oscillating between 3 polyvalent atoms. So it is called a triad system. Let us see another example like HCN. What is this? Hydrogen cyanide. Hydrogen cyanide. And here one H plus ion is releasing from here. Here hydrogen is migrating from here and forming the compound like who is this? Hydrogen isocyanide. This is called hydrogen isocyanide. This is a hydrogen isocyanide. Here migration of hydrogen between 2 polyvalent atoms. That means hydrogen is oscillating between 2 polyvalent atoms. That is why it is called diad system. Diad system. So these are the major 2 types of migration happening in tautomerism. That is 2 types of migration. That is a triad system as well as a diad system. Triad system means migration of hydrogen between, that is oscillation of hydrogen between 3 polyvalent atoms, and diad system means oscillation of hydrogen between 2 polyvalent atoms. First of all, we have to identify 2 types of tautomerism, 2 types of migration. Clear now? Let us see condition for tautomerism. Listen, The compound must have an electronegative atom bonded by double bond or a triple bond. That is condition required for tautomerism, that compound must have an electronegative atom bonded by double bond or a triple bond like CO, Cn, Cs, NO, etc. As well as the second condition, compound must have one acidic alpha hydrogen and alpha hydrogen present on saturated carbon, that is sp3 hybridized carbon. That is, the compound must have an alpha hydrogen. That means the carbon which is directly attached to the functional group is called alpha carbon. The hydrogen present on alpha carbon is called alpha hydrogen. So that compound must have an alpha hydrogen, as well as that alpha carbon should be a saturated carbon, means it should be the hybridization of that carbon is sp3. Hybridization of the carbon is sp3. Clear? So that is the condition for tautomerism. What are they? The compound must have an electronegative atom bonded by double bond or triple bond. The compound must have an electronegative atom, that is in carbon system there should be a electronegative atom. An electronegative atom directly attached to carbon atom through either double bond or triple bond. As well as compound must have an alpha hydrogen, that is acidic alpha hydrogen, and that alpha hydrogen must be on a sp3 hybridized carbon. So these are the conditions for tautomerism. For example, let us see an example of a compound. So this is a keto compound, and this is called alpha carbon. With respect to this keto group, this is alpha carbon, as well as with respect to this keto group, this is alpha and this is alpha. And we know there is a hydrogen. 1, 2, 3 valency satisfied, remaining valency satisfied with the hydrogen. So there is a hydrogen. So actually this is a alpha hydrogen. But is there any tautomerism? No, there is no tautomerism observed because this hydrogen present on this alpha carbon. This carbon is sp2 hybridized, not sp3. That is, tautomerism is happening. The carbon should be sp3 carbon. Alpha carbon should be a sp3 hybridized carbon. Clear that concept? Out of this tautomerism, that is, we said different examples are there, but the most important type is keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism. We already observe an example. In the case of CH3COH, here this is alpha carbon, this is sp3 hybridized carbon. So one of the hydrogen from alpha carbon migrate and this electron shifted to here, this electron shifted to here. So we have a enol form, CH2 double bond COH. This is an enol form. So that is keto-enol tautomerism. So due to the migration of alpha hydrogen between 3 polyvalent atoms, a triad system. Let us see stability of keto form and enol form. Generally, keto form is more stable than that of enol form because carbon-oxygen double bond is more stable than that of carbon double bond. So that is why in most of the cases keto form is more stable than that of enol form. That is in the previous example that we observed, CH3COH and CH2 double bond COH. This is keto form and this is enol form. In this compound almost 100% of keto form is observed. In this mixture almost 100% of keto form is observed and less than 0.001% of enol form is observed. This is because keto form is more stable than that of enol form. Got it? Let us see an example. In this example, is there any chance for keto-enol tautomerism? Here, this is a keto form and this is a carbon, this is alpha carbon and here two hydrogen present and this alpha carbon is sp3 hybridized as well as this is also an alpha carbon, here also two hydrogen present and here also sp3 hybridized carbon. So that is why it can undergo keto-enol tautomerism. So what will be the enol product? One of these alpha hydrogen will migrate from here and electron shifted to here, electron shifted to here. So we have. So this is its enol form. That is, in general we can say in monocarbonyl compounds means only one carbonyl group is present. In monocarbonyl compounds, keto form is more stable than that of enol form. Now let us see some diketones, dicarbonyl compounds or diketones. A diketone where two carbonyl groups are present adjacent position, adjacent ketones, an open chain system, Similar to monocarbonyl group. Here also this keto form is more stable than that of enol form because of carbon-oxygen double bond. Carbon-oxygen double bond is more stable than that of carbon-carbon double bond. Similar to monocarbonyl system, that is a diketone with the adjacent ketone group present. Keto form is more stable than that of enol form. There is almost 100% of keto form is present and there is 0.001% of enol form is present. Okay. But in the case of this same diketone, that is ketone present in adjacent carbon, it is an open system. It is an open system. Let us consider a closed system, a cyclic diketone. Now let us consider a cyclic diketone where these two carbonyl group present in the adjacent carbon itself. This is a cyclic diketone where carbonyl group present on adjacent carbon atom. Let us see the enol form. This is its enol form. Here, this is a diketone, adjacent carbon itself. But remember, in this case, here there is a lone pair and lone pair present on oxygen atom. There is a possibility for lone pair repulsion. Lone pair repulsion. Due to this lone pair repulsion, stability of keto form is decreasing and it forms an enol form. There is a possibility for intramolecular hydrogen bonding. If it is converted to enol form, there is a possibility for intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So stability increases. So this will be the major product. So almost 100% of enol form present in this case. Got the difference? We observe in the open system, diketone where carbonyl group present in the adjacent carbon where keto form is more stable. But in the case of closed system, carbonyl groups present in the adjacent carbon, enol form is more stable because in closed system there is a possibility for lone pair repulsion. That is why stability of keto form decreases, and in the case of enol form there is a possibility of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So stability of enol form increases. Okay. Now let us see in the case of 1,3-diketone. 1,3-diketone. Listen, in the case of 1,3-diketone. So this is a keto group, this is a keto group. In between there is a CH2 group is there. That is sp3 hybridized carbon. And here this is alpha carbon, this is alpha carbon, and this is also alpha carbon. Which one is more acidic, alpha carbon? More acidic alpha hydrogen. Which one is more acidic alpha hydrogen? Listen, this one is most acidic alpha hydrogen because the CH2 group which present between two carbonyl group. Both are electron withdrawing group. So electron density around this carbon decreases. Hydrogen is more acidic. Comparing with these two, this carbon is more acidic hydrogen. Sorry, comparing with these two, this hydrogen is more acidic hydrogen. That is why hydrogen is removed from this. That is, migration of hydrogen is happening from this carbon. So we have a enol form like this. Let us rearrange this enol form. I just rearrange this enol form. Look here, CH3, COH, C double bond CH, CO, CH3. Now look here, there is a possibility of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. In this enol form, there is a possibility of intramolecular hydrogen bonding and forms a 6-membered ring. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding and forming a 6-membered ring. That is why stability of enol form is much increases than that of keto form. So remember, in the case of 1,3-diketone, enol form is more stable than that of keto form due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding and formation of 6-membered ring, as well as there is a chance for hyperconjugation. Look here, this carbon and this carbon, there is a possibility for hyperconjugation. So enol form is more stable than that of keto form. Clear this? Let us see one example. Out of the following compound, which of them can show tautomerism? So look here, let us see the first example. So first we want to check electronegative atom with carbonyl compound. There is a keto form. So these all are keto form. So first condition satisfied. There is a possibility, one chance. Then let us come to the second condition, whether the alpha hydrogen is present. So in the first case, here alpha hydrogen, here alpha hydrogen is present. And the third condition, whether that alpha hydrogen is sp3 hybridized or not. This is not sp3, not sp3, not sp3, not sp3. That means here there is no tautomerism observed. And what about here? Here also keto form, here alpha carbon. And this is also alpha carbon, but carbon is not sp3. So here also there is no chance for tautomerism. And come to this one, this is keto form, this is alpha carbon, but it is sp2 hybridized, not sp3 hybridized. And this is keto form, this is alpha carbon, but alpha carbon directly attached with CH3 group, there is no alpha hydrogen. So here also there is no possibility for tautomerism. Come to this one. Here this keto group, this is alpha carbon and this is sp3 hybridized, and here also alpha carbon sp3 hybridized, so it can form tautomerism. Understood? That is a common question for your NEET examination. In the case of benzaldehyde, is there any chance for tautomerism? In the case of benzaldehyde, is there any chance for tautomerism? Look here, this is a keto form is there. This is alpha carbon. This alpha carbon, there is a hydrogen. Is there any hydrogen present? This alpha carbon? No, there is no alpha hydrogen present. So there is no chance for tautomerism. Now let us see some other type of tautomerism. Important type, that is keto enol tautomerism, that is a common type. Let us just analyze other type of tautomerism. Let us see nitroacid tautomerism. Nitro group is NO2 group. CH3 N double bond O. This is a nitro group. Here NO, that is an electronegative atom directly attached to this nitrogen atom. This functional group is participating in tautomerism. And alpha carbon means this is its alpha. This is the functional group. This is alpha carbon. And here one hydrogen is present, that is alpha hydrogen. And this carbon is sp3 hybridized carbon, can participate in tautomerism. So what will happen? This H plus ion released from here. We have CH2 double bond OHO. This group is called acid. This is nitro group and this is called acid. This is nitroacid tautomers. Okay. Another type, let us discuss nitroso-oxime. Nitroso-oxime tautomers. Nitroso compound, that is CH3. This is called nitroso, NO group. That group is called nitroso group. Here tautomers are due to the migration of alpha carbon. So this group is functional group. This is alpha carbon. This hydrogen is alpha hydrogen. So this H plus is migrating. So we have CH3, CH double bond N single bond OH. It is called oxime. This is nitroso-oxime tautomerism. Nitroso-oxime tautomerism. Next step is amido-imidol tautomerism. Amido-imidol tautomerism. This is called amido group. We know this compound. Who is this? Yes, it is our urea. This is called amido group. And here alpha hydrogen, that is this is alpha hydrogen. Here ketone is the functional group. This is alpha hydrogen. So this hydrogen is eliminating from here. So we have NH double bond COH NH2. This group is called imidol. This group is called imidol. Got it? So these are the common type that we can expect our NEET examination. Most common type is keto-enol tautomerism. 99% we can expect only keto-enol tautomerism. But remember, it is very important topic for our NEET examination. I hope you all got that idea. If you have any doubt,